What's up guys, and welcome to another guide for Black Desert Online. This game is incredible and it completely sucked me in, and I'm loving it. And one of the things that I was really confused about was the NPC conversation Amity thingy. And I see a lot of people are somewhat confused by it, and I would dare to say that I get it now quite well enough to be able to give you up some pointers, so here they are. Let's say, for example of this video, we are taking Stablekeeper Lorenzo in Valia as an NPC of choice for several reasons. Reason number one, he has a very nice shop where you can buy cheap stuff for your horsey, and that's one of the reasons why you are probably interested in raising Amity with Stablekeeper more than any other NPC right now. Okay, so let's get started. As soon as you interact with an NPC, you get a window that looks exactly like this. And as far as Amity is concerned, there are several things that are very important, and let's go one by one. First is the Amity circle. Now, in this circle, you see your current Amity level with the NPC, and you see what you get for having that level, or what you will get if you have a higher level. So for example, if I mouse over this question mark, it says that if I have 50 Amity, it gives me a quest called Basics of Hunting. If I have 100, it gives me a Carefully Polished Necklace quest, and it gives me ability to purchase Amity items in the shop. Okay, and if I get to 300, you know, another upgraded Amity shop or whatever. Okay, another very important thing is the interest knowledge status. So basically, this NPC, Lorenzo, is interested in merchants in Valaya. Here they are listed, yeah? It says I have all of them discovered, so I'm 13 out of 13. And basically what it means is that if this was, let's say, 10 out of 13, I would just have to run around and find all of them, discover them, talk to them. And it would basically, it increases my ability to successfully have a conversation with this NPC. So basically, if I would have 5 out of 13, I don't think I would even be able to have conversation with Lorenzo, but I'm not really sure. Either way, whatever you are doing and with whomever you are doing, make sure that the interest knowledge status is as done as it can possibly be, because it will highly increase your chances of successful conversation. Okay. Something very important, something you are probably going to be surprised about, is the Amity amount. So for example, why is this important? I will tell you in a second. For example, I have 117 Amity, yeah? So if I would go to a shop to finally buy all these amazing items for my horse, after I would, let's say, buy a saddle by right-clicking, which I will do now. Oh, look what happened. My Amity fell down back to 17. So what this does is, it says it costs 20,000 silver, but at the same time, it costs 100 Amity. So you have to level the Amity back up again. Why is this important? It's important because you should always take the quests before you buy anything, because in my experience so far, quests do not reset or reduce your Amity by taking them, okay? Also, I don't know if you noticed, but while I had 117 Amity, my conversation energy requirement was 4, now it's 2, so it goes up by 2 for every 100. So basically, there's no need for you to, unless you're going for, let's say, a 300 Amity item, buy something and then start over again, because it is going to be more energy efficient. Okay, so we understand all of that now. Now let's dwell into the fun part. Let's see how we do the conversations. Okay, so let's try to figure out how this minigame actually works. The most important thing when you start a conversation minigame is what is the requirement. In this particular case, my requirement is to talk freely with Lorenzo, meaning that I don't have any specific requirement other than the default one, which is to spark an interest between each and every one of these NPCs. and you can spark an interest between NPCs if an NPC level of interest is higher or equal to Lorenzo's. Okay. So I've already pre-filled this conversation node with NPCs, and now I'm going to explain why each of these NPCs were chosen and why I've placed them in each of these spots. After that, we're going to do a few more mini games as we go, which will hopefully help you understand how the whole thing works and should provide you with a lot more success in your Amity leveling mini games. So to spark an interest between this and this NPC, this NPC's interest level has to be equal or higher than interest level of Lorenzo, which it is. However, let me try to explain why this NPC, even though it has horrible favor, is a lot better choice than this one, which also has higher interest level and it has a lot higher favor. So let me try to explain the logic behind that. There are two reasons why this NPC is an amazing choice for the first node. Let me go one by one. First one is the sparking interest level, which is 43, which makes it 12 levels higher than the interest level of Lorenzo. That is important because those 12 levels, or a certain part of those 12 levels, will be transferred onto the next NPC, which has a lower interest level of 26. So basically, I'm not sure how much of the overlapping interest level will be transferred, but it for sure will make the NPC's chance to spark interest higher than 84. And this NPC is great because it has higher favor and it also has a combo effect. Okay. Another reason why this NPC is an amazing choice for the first node is, beside the interaction effect, is the combo effect. It says, after 4 turns, interest level will be reduced by 10 for 4 turns. Now, I'll admit, when I first started looking into the Amity minigame, I thought that those combo effects are actually negative, because on first read, that's exactly what you would thought. Well, is this problem due to translation or intentional trolling by the developers? I don't know. But what it actually does is reduces Lorenzo's interest level by 10. So it's a buff. So that's why you want to have high turn combo effect NPCs first, because, for example, she says after 4 turns, interest level will be reduced by 10. If you would place her, let's say here, there would be no time to get those 4 turns to increase the interest chance of your NPC. So that's why we're placing her at first spot. Okay, so turn number 1, turn number 2, number 3, and number 4, meaning the next one, which is this one, will have an interest increased by 10. So even though the sparking chance is only 65% here, it doesn't update the calculation after the bonus. It actually is going to be 30 because we have plus 10 from the effect. So those are 2 reasons. This one also is going to have plus 10. Those 2 reasons are making this NPC the best choice for node number 1. Okay, let's move to node number 2 now. I've chosen this NPC for several reasons, actually 2 reasons. Reason number 1, even though it has lower sparking, actually interest level or sparking interest, whatever, than Lorenzo, it has higher favor, which is very important, and it has an amazing 2-turn combo effect. It says after 2 turns, favor will be reduced by 5 for 3 turns. Of course, again, as on the first node, we are talking about Lorenzo's favor level, not our NPC's favor level. So basically, turn number 1, turn number 2, this guy will have plus 5 on favor because of this combo effect. The combo effect lasts for 3 turns, so we get the maximum duration. Turn number 1 plus 5, turn number 2 plus 5, and turn number 3 plus 5. This makes this NPC the perfect choice for node number 2. Node number 3 has no combo effect. It has sparking interest chance 100%, which is great. And it has decent favor. That's why we are using this NPC. No other reason than that. As far as the 4th NPC, same story. It matches interest level, actually overleaps it by 2, and it has a very nice favor difference, plus it gets a favor bonus. This NPC has 65% chance, and let me explain why this NPC is selected here. It's selected here for a reason called favor. Favor is extremely high on this NPC. It's 45 to 50, which means +5, of course, which means we're going to get a lot of favor from this NPC. And there is absolutely no chance for this NPC to fail, because even though it says that its chance is 25, it's actually a lot higher, because interest level is not 20, it's 30, because it's 20 plus the bonus from the first NPC, which is 10. And also, it's gonna add some bonus from these two guys, because their sparking interest was higher a little bit than Lorenzo's, so it's gonna transfer over. So there is absolutely no chance that we are going to get a sad face on this NPC. And the final NPC, we could have chosen some other. I might review this, to be honest. I would like to get some with higher favor level. Let's see if we maybe have one. Actually, we do. So this NPC is a lot better choice actually than this NPC, because it has a lot more favor, and we will still manage to overcome the interest level. Okay, and let's see how this goes. As we predicted, we got a decent amount of Amity, +25. Our accumulated favor level was 247. The more we would get, the more Amity we would get in total. Yeah, this is pretty satisfying. Once you're done with that, you have two options. You have to continuously interact, or to just gain Amity in total. My suggestion is, until you master the game of Amity, to just exit, gain the 25, and start the conversation again. Which is what we are going to do. Okay, now that we understand the basics of how Amity minigame works, let's see what else can we do and how can we increase our Amity gain per game. Okay, we have talked freely with Lorenzo, which is a decent example. Okay, so let me try to explain how much Amity you get at the end is calculated. You get around 10% of accumulated favor level. So let's say you get 300 at the end, you're gonna get 30 Amity. Yeah. How do you get accumulated favor level? It is Lorenzo's favor level reduced from the NPC of choice favor level. So for example, in this case, Lorenzo has 16 favor, Alfredo has lowest roll 31, 31 minus 16 is 15, and the max roll is 20. So if we manage to spark an interest from Alfredo, we are going to accumulate between 15 and 20 favor levels on the first go. If you're able to, it's always good to have high favor level NPCs go first, because each next time there will be a multiplier applied to these values, so you can end up with crazy high levels of favor gained. I think I even had like something in the lines of 70 or 80 Amity gain from a mini game. Sadly, I did not record that. I didn't really even know what I was doing back then. I wasn't really aware of the math behind it. But either way, let's in this mini game, let's try to focus to maximize our interest or our Amity gained. So let's see what is our good choice. This is definitely not a good choice, because even though it's 100% chance to spark an interest, we will not gain anything by that. And even though that it says that the favor will be reduced by 2 after 2 turns, when you do the math, you still get a lot more favor from just playing this NPC first. Okay, so let's see what else can we work with here. This is not too bad of a choice. The interest is not that high, but it says after 3 turns, favor will be reduced by 2 for the next 2 turns. So basically, if we play her here 3 turns, 1, 2, 3, we're going to get the full, even though it's slow, but we're still going to get some favor on the last 2 nodes. Yeah. So after 5 turns. This is horrible. Pretty bad rolls, to be honest. Pretty bad rolls. This is not bad. So we can play. This NPC, and the next one can have lower sparking interest chance because some of the bonus is going to transfer from this NPC. So let's see. I think I'm gonna go with this NPC because it has a lot of interest. It does have somewhat low sparking interest chance, but it still should not fail, hopefully. So let's see what else can we play. Playing this is a bit of a gamble, playing this is a bit of a gamble, but we don't really have an option. Everything else is pretty poor. Maybe we can play. This is even more of a gamble, but we are going to get a lot of favor if we manage to spark an interest, which is probably not going to happen. Let's try it like this. My logic behind this is that even though we get 0 interest from this NPC, it's going to buff this success chance for interest spark of this NPC that gives us a lot of favor. So let's see how this rolls. So pay attention to the accumulated favor level. We should get on the first jump. We should get something in between of 15 to 20. 18, 47, 100. Okay, this was a pretty decent example. We got 37 Amity. So basically, it's super easy if you just think about it a little. You can gain almost, well, more than enough from 3 mini games of Amity to buy those first horse items, which is pretty decent. Okay, so I thought it would be a good idea to give you another example that's not the same stable keeper NPC. This is a luxury vendor. We don't gain anything by leveling Amity at this NPC, as you can see here. If you look at the circle, there are no icons, so we don't really get anything. At the same time, our interest knowledge is not complete. We are missing 1 NPC. It should not be a problem because we have 12 out of 13. Should not be a big deal. So let's see what she's got in store for us. Okay, so our requirement is to fail to spark the interest 1 time. Okay, so that should not be too difficult. We need to start the chain with somebody that has a super low chance to spark interest, which is, which is, let's see what we can work with here. This guy, for example. Okay, let's try to like play it safe. And now we are going to try to play higher chance to gain as much Amity as possible. Okay, let's see. We need to get a sad smiley face once on the path. Okay. Well, we gained shitty Amity, but at least we did the quest. So now, if I would exit, I would gain 9 Amity. But if I would continue to interact, I would not consume any energy. But if I would to fail the next task, I would lose even those 9 Amity I gained. So let's try it out. Okay, this should be easy. Talk freely so we can do whatever we want. We just want to make sure that we don't fail and that we get as much favor level accumulated as possible. So let's see what are our options here. Okay, we're gonna pick this NPC first because we can play a lower chance next because this one is gonna overleap by 11. And even though the favor is horrible, after 1, 2, 3 turns, we can play lower interest rate NPCs at the end with higher favor because we're gonna get a 10 bonus. Okay, we can play this guy next. Then we can play this guy easily next as well. We can play her, but we are not going to. Let's find something better. Wow, they're all actually pretty decent. Let me see. This is 30 to 32. 35 to 37. Or actually 20 to 22. 16 to. Well, I think I'm much better off just replacing. Yeah, going like this. Let's see if this works. This is a bit of a gamble. I'm trying to rush this to not like bore you guys with explaining too much, but that might not be the wisest thing to do. So I went with just to like repeat what my logic behind these choices. I went with this NPC first because even though the favor is low, it has a lot more interest level than our NPC interest level, like 11, which is going to transfer to our next NPC. It also has a decent interest level, but it has a bit lower sparking interest. This NPC has 94% chance to spark an interest, but it has a lot of interest, a favor difference level. This guy is 58, however, it actually is more because the plus 10 is not calculated into the sparking interest percentage, and the favor difference is simply huge. So that is going to stack us a lot of accumulated favor level. And here we are just making sure that we don't gamble too much, and still the interest favor difference level is pretty decent. It's 20 to 22. So let's see how this goes. So we're gonna get 20 something Amity. However, okay, so here's the thing. On previous try we gained 9 Amity, yeah? Now we should get only 22 Amity, but instead, so 22 plus 9 is 31. Instead of getting 31, we got 40. So basically, we got a 9 Amity bonus from having a continuous interaction. So let's do this one more time and see what happens. Okay, so here we have to spark the interest of the NPC 3 consecutive times. This means 3 times in a row. So in order to spark the interest 3 times in a row should not be a problem, but we have to play a bit safer because now we're also gambling with these 40 Amity that we already got. So here our main task is to simply play it super safe. We're gonna play this one first because we want to buff our chances to get sparking interest in the future. Now we can play something that has a bit lower chance, like this NPC again. 1524. Oh yeah, let's stick with this. Then we can play this guy. Then we can come back and play this guy because now he's going to have his interest chance buffed by the previous by the first NPC. So there's absolutely no chance it fails. And now we need something that has 23 interest or higher to make sure that we don't fail. 23 or higher. This guy, because now it's going to get 35, which is more, and I don't think there is any chance that we are going to fail with this, but let's see. So we had 40. Let's see how much we get. Oh, okay. So basically we had 40 transferred previously. We accumulated 187 Amity, which would give us around 20 Amity. So 40 plus 20 is 60. We gained 30 Amity just as a bonus from playing this game consecutively. Okay, I guess this is it. Now we don't have any more, we don't have an option to continue. So I guess the only thing we have to do is exit and enjoy our 90 Amity gained. There you go, guys. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully you will be able to understand a bit better how to play this mini game. I really hope that you will learn something from this. If you have any question, if you have any comment as something that I've said is not correct, or you can further improve what I've shown you, please leave a comment down below. Try to help out. I'm just sharing what I know. If you know more, more details about how this mini game works, please, guys, there's a reason why comments are on YouTube. They're not there for hating and bitching and whining and just trolling. They're there to help other people learn more about something that we all enjoy, which is hopefully Black Desert Online. I will also leave a great article I found as a link in the description, where there's a lot more formulas and math and a bit more explanation regarding certain mechanics of the minigame. And I honestly believe that with this video and with that article, there is absolutely no chance that you will be in the dark as far as this part of the amazing game that Black Desert Online is. Yeah, what can I say? This is playing this game is a pleasure. Making these videos is also been a pleasure, because while I was making the videos, I have learned a lot myself, because you're always kind of second guessing what you're saying. You don't want to say something that completely makes no sense. So hopefully, guys, you will close this video window knowing a bit more about the game. And until next one, I'll see you in game.